Hey, what's happening? Um, we've been talking about the history of Pentecostalism in my class, and I know that we had talked about it a little while back, and I just wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about it. Um, I've learned that there is so much history in the Pentecostal movement. There was a key player by the name of John Wesley, and he started a doctrine on sanctification and the belief in the Spirit baptism. His movement was also called the Wesleyan movement. Now, there was a man that came from the Wesleyan movement. His name was William Joseph Seymour, and he studied under a gentleman by the name of Charles Parham. Now, I got to tell you about Charles Parham. He was a cool dude. William was a African-American pastor, and he was not allowed in the classroom. So Charles Parham made room in the hallway so he could learn and study on the baptism of the Holy Spirit. I just think that's amazing. So William Seymour, after he studied, he went on to pastor at an LA church, and he was let go of his position because he had doctrinal disputes about the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And that led him to Edward and Maddie Lee's house. While he was there, they had prayer meetings, and then the prayer meetings grew into larger. More people were coming. One night, April 9th, 1906, William Seymour preached on Acts 2, chapter 4, which I don't know if you know this, but it's about the upper room experience. Everyone in the group, as he preached, received the baptism of the Holy Spirit, and they had the Bible evidence of speaking in other tongues. Mr. Lee was astonished by what happened, and he himself asked for them to lay hands on him, and he also received the baptism of the Holy Spirit that night. It was like a domino effect. The power of God fell in the room on all the others. They had to move their group into a larger place, and they moved down to a house in Azusa Street. That caused a mighty revival. They would have church revival 3 times a day, 7 days a week. All cultures, all denominations were coming. Hundreds and thousands and millions were being baptized in the Holy Spirit with evidence of speaking in tongues. Not just tongues, though. There were stories of healings and supernatural experiences. One story I read was there was a woman who never had any piano training, and the Holy Spirit led her to play the piano. That is amazing. As time went on, people went on evangelizing, and they were taking this message of Pentecostal, of the baptism of the Holy Spirit around the globe. They were sharing it. Some people received the gift of speaking of other language and other tongues, and they thought they were supposed to go to those countries to evangelize. Well, when they got there, they realized that wasn't necessarily the case, but they were there and they were spreading the news, and the Holy Spirit was being poured out all over the globe. Missionaries were going all over the globe doing that, and if those missionaries had not gone, I wouldn't know about the baptism of the Holy Spirit, because I'm not in LA, right? It came over here and in St. Louis, Missouri, and I know I am so thankful for the hard work that those missionaries did. I say everyone should experience the baptism. It strengthens you, and it gives you the power you need to walk through life and for ministry. One thing I can tell you is my experience, and I know this to be true, Pentecostalism is not emotionalism. It's a supernatural move of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a free gift, and it's promised to everyone. I know that's not full detail on all the history, but we can discuss that another time. But I just want to encourage you. Ask God to give you the gift of the Holy Spirit, and He will baptize you.